More money for the military and police, more money for several domestic programs, reducing the federal deficit by $1 trillion, and establishing a billionaire's tax. The White House just released the president's $5.8 trillion 2023 fiscal year budget proposal. Before I tell you what's in it, you have to understand this is just a proposal. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It still has to be negotiated by Congress. Some of the key budget items in this proposal include increasing the military budget to more than $800 billion, billions of dollars to fight crime and climate change through local law enforcement, billions for veteran services, affordable housing, and even Pell Grants, just to name a few things. I know so many of you are always concerned about the U.S. debt and the budget deficit. First, you have to understand those two are different things, but they're connected. The U.S. budget deficit accumulates when federal spending exceeds revenue the government brings in for a particular year. To pay for deficit, the federal government takes on debt. The total debt the government owes is essentially the accumulation of all these deficits over time. This video is talking about budget deficit. Since 2021, the U.S. government has run a budget deficit. You can see in the year 2020, the budget deficit skyrocketed under President Trump to more than $3.1 trillion after tax cuts, a lot of COVID-related spending, and the country shutting down. The deficit started to reduce under President Biden in 2021 to $2.8 trillion, which is obviously still super high. The 2022 budget deficit is projected to be slashed by more than $1 trillion, down to $1.4 trillion. And under this 2023 brand new budget proposal, it would go down slightly again to $1.2 trillion. Now, how does the president suggest we make any of this happen? Through big changes in the tax code, including a 20% minimum tax on those with more than $100 million, and by raising the corporate tax rate to 28%, among several other things. Republicans have said the Biden administration's spending over the past year has led to greater economic pain in the form of higher prices through inflation, supply chain issues, low interest rates, and now disruptions in the oil and gas markets. The Republicans, though, have not yet released their own budget policy agenda. Of course, now Congress takes this budget proposal, goes through it with a fine-tooth comb, and will fight it all out. The fiscal year begins on October 1st, and technically, this bill should be passed before then.